Everybody. We are Team 7 and we would be presenting our Info 7390 final project proposal, which is which is based on the Yelp dataset. Now, what you're essentially trying to do is come up with two use cases, one being related to image classification and the other is a chatbot based recommendation engine. Now, an overview about the project. Now, Yelp.com is the go-to website for anybody who's looking out for recommendations about local businesses. Now, over the period of time, Yelp has become quite popular for restaurant recommendations, as users find it very easy to judge a local business by reading reviews about that business, which are essentially posted by other users. Now, in addition to writing reviews and rating local businesses, users can also react to reviews, plan events, or start up discussion forums. Yelp has an open data set which is provided over here, and it has a plethora of data, and this data is essentially accumulated from by collecting data coming in from about 135 million active users, and there are about 95 million reviews posted by these users, and hence Yelp has made it available openly for everybody to use it. Now, uh, the dataset that we are using is in a JSON format, and it's a good enough. I mean, the average size of the data set is about 10 gigabytes and all, and receiving different information about the local businesses. So some of the information that we have available is business related information. That is, if it's a restaurant, then you would essentially get to know the name of the restaurant, the address, city, state, where is it located, with what is its average rating, and what categories it classified into. You would also have reviews associated with those businesses, which are essentially posted by users. So that's how the three of them are related. And then apart from that, you would also have check-in related information, which is the operating hours of the business, tip.json, which is essentially specific tip given by a user about a restaurant. That is really worth watching out for. And then you would have photos which are uploaded by these users about local businesses. Now, what we're essentially trying to achieve is initially we'll start off with an exploratory data analysis, and we would get an idea about, we would be able to summarize useful information such as what are the most popular and unpopular restaurants classified by food genre and user reviews. For each user, we can also see his social connections and understand how much of an influencer can he be on other users. And lastly, we have an entire dataset comprising of images uploaded by different users with manual class tagging done on each image. Now, what we're trying to achieve over here is using the image dataset comprising of label data. We would like to create a deep learning model that is capable of recognizing objects and giving them an appropriate label. Now, our goal would be to start off with predicting a single label correctly and then extend it towards a multi-class classification. Now, what I'm really trying to point to over here is, if you look over here, this is image ID, and there is a manually tagged label which says food, and a deep learning model should be able to come up with this label automatically so you essentially don't need any manual intervention to be able to come up with the label when you upload a photo. The second thing that we want to be able to achieve is use deep learning to basically create a chatbot. What the chatbot will be capable of doing is it would provide restaurant recommendations to user based on their mood. We would like to develop a contextual chatbot for this purpose, and what we are referring is Chatbot Magazines, this particular blog post, to be able to develop this, and we're hoping to be successful at it. Different use cases. Well, there are two primary use cases over here. For local businesses, our predictive model can help us automatically tag images onto one or more categories, thus avoiding human intervention. And as for an everyday user, using chatbot, we would like to be able to get restaurant recommendations by mapping user emotions against reviews of local businesses. Dataset, we are using the Yelp dataset as we've explained before. Process outlined, this is the entire data engineering data science pipeline that we would be following, starting with data pre-processing, which would involve cleaning the data, handling missing values, joining these different JSON files, doing an EDA. We would want to be able to use tools like Tableau or Power BI in order to be able to visualize our EDAs. Then we would move towards understanding how we can use TensorFlow or an abstraction over TensorFlow like TFLearn or Keras for building a deep learning model that we would use for image classification, and likely for building a contextual chatbot as well. We would then move on towards making it an automated pipeline using Luigi. We would essentially use Luigi for data ingestion and data cleaning. Finally, we would work on towards deployment of the model on a cloud platform like AWS or Google Cloud, and we would like to pair this up with a web application where we can show our results and have a working demo ready for everybody to see. This is more or less a summarization of the milestones that we have set up for ourselves, which includes spending so and so days for data pre-processing, model building, deployment, and system integration. A summarization of the deployment infrastructure details. Our web app would be a Java-based one, and everything related to data science would be done using Python, pipeline Luigi, cloud platform AWS and Google Cloud, and finally for analysis we'll be using Tableau and Power BI. And we've posted the URLs for the reference links that we refer to while explaining, while going through a proposal. That'd be all. Thank you so much for your time.